Hi, welcome to Movie Review Mom. I'm the mom and I do the movie reviews, and my goal is to give you the heads up on filmmaking quality and content so that you can make the best decision as to whether or not you want to spend time or money or both sometimes watching a specific movie. So, the movie I'm reviewing today is called Reality. This very dramatic movie is now playing on HBO. It's rated TVMA and is an hour and 23 minutes. The movie review mom grade I'm giving it is probably a B plus. Now, let me explain why. I know very few film critics actually reveal their grade until the end of the review. So keep watching. I'm going to give you an overview in a nutshell, and then I'll point out things I liked and didn't like, as well as offer tips for parents, themes worth talking about, interesting lines or funny lines if there are any, and then recommendations for other films that are sort of similar that I think you'll also like, or maybe even better than this one. All right, you ready to dive in? In a nutshell, the story is based on true events and weaves transcripts and photos from real events into the movie in a very clever way, I might add. The film was directed by Tina Satter, who does an excellent job. She and James Paul Dallas wrote the screenplay. It's about a former American intelligence specialist who was given the longest sentence for the unauthorized release of government information to the media about Russian interference in the 2016 United States elections via an email operation. So there were plenty of things that I really liked about this movie. First of all, I'd never seen Sid Sweeney before, but I'm now a fan. We'll all see her in the next Marvel movie because she's going to be in it. So she's sure to become a household name. She's that good. She does a fantastic job showing subtle emotions on her face, slowly revealing layers of truth and guilt as the movie digs deeper. Casting did a great job because Sid looks quite a bit like the real reality winner. And yes, reality is the actual real life person's name. The trio of cast members also includes Josh Hamilton and Marchant Davis. It's an interesting storytelling device to show the actual transcripts from which the dialogue was taken from time to time in the movie and to introduce the characters. This was originally a stage play, but it feels like an original movie. So well done. And I definitely could see it as a stage play because it's just one location. As I mentioned, reality winner is a real person. We even get to see pictures of the real reality that were taken on the scene, as well as find out what happened to her after the event seen in the movie. We get to see how the FBI handles warrants. And they seemed overly demanding and at times unreasonable. Did you think that too? If you saw this movie, comment down below. I was surprised that reality never asked for an attorney to represent her or to be with her, to counsel her on what questions to answer, even. Instead, she answered all of their questions the minute they appear on her doorstep. They never informed her of her rights. Now, some would say, rightly so, because she was guilty and felt guilty and maybe secretly wanted to be arrested. I don't know. And maybe if that's a spoiler, sorry, I think the trailer reveals a lot of that. This is the kind of movie that will make you mad for a variety of reasons. Now, I like movies that make you feel something. I especially like movies that make you think, and this one does. So she looked so young in the movie. And in fact, reality was 26 years old when arrested. And I saw a picture of her, of course, in the movie, but I also looked her up on Google afterwards, and she's just a really young looking girl. And yeah, reality really is her name. And I think it's an appropriate title for the movie as well. However, let me tell you about some of the things that I didn't like. There have been other movies called Reality. So, what name would you have given to this film instead? Comment down below. I would love to hear your ideas. And I don't have any great ideas. I just thought maybe it could have been named something else. But anyway, there are moments when the screen distorts, which can be annoying. And some viewers have commented on how they don't like that. However, I thought that it was an effect to visually and audibly conceal locations and names and things written on the transcripts. And I actually thought it was kind of clever the way that they did it. Some viewers might want more information about the facts of the events after they watch the movie. When it ends, they're going to go, that's it? So go online and you'll learn a lot more about her. If you're looking for action, you will be very disappointed. The entire movie is just people standing around at Reality's house talking. So I wonder how the people in real life thought about how they were portrayed in this film. If you happen to know any of these people, comment down below. I would be fascinated to hear if they thought it really was accurate or Hollywoodized. You know what I mean? All right, so let me give you some tips for parents. There's nothing super objectionable like language, nudity, crude conversations, things like that. There isn't any of that. However, I think kids are going to just be completely bored because of the topic. And sadly, I think some adults will be too. They're going to, again, just kind of go, that's it, because nothing happens. But the enjoyment is watching just, again, it's a study of character to watch the layers peel away off of this actress's face as she's getting into this deeper and deeper. Anyway, and I really enjoyed her performances. So some of the themes that are illustrated very well in very simple ways are guilt, language, government power, incompetent and corrupt government, voting integrity, FBI policies and procedures. Now, whether you are liberal or conservative, like I said, you are not going to be happy with the way certain things are portrayed one way or the other. And so I think it's interesting. And now, at least here in the United States, as we have another presidential election coming up next year, I think it's a timely topic. And so I'm glad it was made into a film. All right, so I always write down funny lines and interesting lines just so that I can share them with you so you can get a taste for the movie. I have them written on my moviereviewmom.com website, so you can go and check them out there as well. But I'll share, let's see, one or two of them with you right now. So the funny line, the only funny line that I wrote down is spoken by Reality Winner, again, played by Sydney Sweeney. And she's trying to say things that are kind of amusing. And these FBI agents are just straight-faced. And she says, sorry, I have a sense of humor, because they clearly don't. And then another line that is spoken a couple of times is also by Reality. And she says, I wasn't trying to be a Snowden or anything. So that brings me to some recommendations for movies that I think that you should watch, especially if you're interested in this kind of subject or material. So the first one would be the movie Snowden, which goes into much more depth and detail and is more Hollywoodized than this very straightforward, dramatic telling of this story. Another one that's more recent is called The Courier with Benedict Cumberbatch. It's based on a true story, and it's about some British intelligence and a regular old English guy getting involved in espionage. Anyway, it's very well done. There's some humor, but also lots of drama and tension because it's based on true events that happened. And I thought it was fascinating. All right, I hope if you watch this movie that you do enjoy the performances. And thank you so much for sticking to the end. Run over to Instagram and follow me there as Movie Review Mom, but also as Trina Boice, which is my author name. And you can learn about my 31 books and ones that are coming out this year. Have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.